out in the country, Dale, Oklahoma, and actually 2 miles out of Dale, so you had to go on 2 dirt roads to get to where I was born and raised. I graduated from high school, went to college at UCO. Actually, I went to Central State College, then to University of Central Oklahoma. I became a school teacher, which I loved kids and I loved teaching, but my husband was crushed on a motorcycle, and so I couldn't pay for my child care for my 2 little girls and have any money left over. So a friend of mine at church asked me to, why don't you see about joining the National Guard and Air National Guard, and we'll pay you more than what you make at McDonald's, because I was working at McDonald's, I was being church secretary, I was doing everything I knew to do to hold my whole family together. And God blessed me richly, because I did join the Air National Guard. I went to basic training, Air Force. I had a master's degree. Went in as an airman basic slick sleeve. That means I had no rank at all. But when I got there, because I was a school teacher and I was over 30, they made me the flight chief from the very first night. So I was responsible for 18-year-olds going through basic training. And obviously there was a lot of hormones, there was a lot of craziness, there was a lot of hysteria, but we got through it with flying colors, and the rest was history. I fell in love with the mission of the military. I fell in love with the people. Very patriotic, very loving, very caring people. And realized that probably my career would end at about a lieutenant colonel level. That's in 05. And was excited that I would have an opportunity just to make lieutenant colonel. Well, I'd held more commands than any man there. Every time they gave me a command, I thought they're trying to break me, they're trying to bust me, and instead it turned into very good experiences. My gift, if I have any, is people, and I enjoy people, and I listen to people, and we work together to make sure we build cohesive teams. So I had an opportunity from the adjutant general who came to me. I didn't know him from Adam, and he said, I have an opportunity for you. I need someone to come work for me that I can trust and that will look after doing the entire state. Well, that 5-year tour turned into the opportunity to be the first woman general from the state of Oklahoma. And then I did something right, and God blessed me, and I got my second star. And I spent a lot of time traveling across the United States and around the world, looking at the people who do the great mission of this nation, who do it without fanfare, who do it without a great deal of applause. They do it because it's the right thing to do, and they dedicate their lives to the freedom of this nation. It's a huge honor to get to work with them and to represent them in so many things. I had 2 transition events, major ones. One was the death of my first husband, and I could not feed my children as a professional educator. I had to do something else, and that caused me to join the military. The second is I had the opportunity to go to work full-time active duty for the commander of the Oklahoma Air National Guard, and that gave me the opportunity to become the first brigadier general. People ask me a lot of times, whatever made you believe you could be a general? I didn't believe I could be a general. I believed I needed to make a living, and I went into the military and never dreamed of making anything above lieutenant colonel, and look what happened. If you do your job, you do what you're supposed to do, and you take care of people, things will happen to you. Power and influence. They do have a great deal of difference, because I think your power comes from the ability to influence whatever the situation is or whoever the people are. That's why I come back constantly and say, people are the key to everything you do. If you can influence them, if you can put an idea in their mind and it grows, you're able to build a coalition of thoughts and processes and get people to follow them. I think that gives you the power. And I've obviously had what people I think refer to as absent power. I don't rule, I lead. I'm retired 4 times now from different careers and opportunities. But I still have the obligation to give back to my community, to this country. And so I use whatever inert power I have to be able to lend my voice to causes, and they are about veterans, they are about young people learning leadership, and they are about young women being empowered to believe they can be and do all they want to be. I think I have intrinsic power. My name opens doors for some people, and that's just because of the positions that I've held and the rank that I hold. For people not involved in the military, saying you're a general doesn't mean a whole lot. They know it's something to be respected, and they know you've made quite a journey in the military. But I get just as excited about going and speaking to a group, and it may be 10 or 12, or it may be 1,000, and someone, young man or woman, will come up to me and say, "Hello, Miss Aragon, you were my principal, or you were my teacher when I was 10 years old, 12 years old." That's real power. When you can shape the minds of the future, that's power. And I think I've had the opportunity to do that, and I get reinforced with that when I go out and talk in the public, particularly in Oklahoma, and young people come up and say, "I remember you, and I remember the things that you taught us about taking care of our community, taking care of each other." And that is the real power, if I have any, is that belief that people make the situation, the life, the community, the state, the nation powerful and important. How do I think power and influence should be used? I would say, obviously, for good. The truth is, there are enough people in the world who have power over large numbers of people, and it's ugly, it's evil, I would even say. But it's about using whatever influence you have on whatever community you have, whether it's in school, whether it's in prison, whether it's in the city council or the state legislature or the governor of the state of Oklahoma. Your sphere of influence, you must use it for the good of the whole, not for your own personal gain. But I have used my influence or my power to touch people. And I'm very honored and flattered. The greatest accolades I can receive is when someone comes up and says, "I heard you speak at so-and-so, and I really believe what you say." That's the greatest accolade anyone can have. Or, "You were my teacher, and you taught me how to do my times tables." Or, "You were my principal, and you taught me about being active in my community and how important it is." I usually work with the lower socioeconomic spectrum of children, and it was very important for me to make them understand, to believe they had power. We all have power. We all influence whatever area we're in, and we can influence it for good or for bad. And I like to think I've encouraged people to do it for the good reasons and to do good works, because that's what it's really all about, is how you make the ripples of your existence and your influence reach out. How do you change and change people to believe that they can have an effect on what they're doing? Your voice can be the strongest tool you have. Certainly your action, voting, demonstrating, I think those are crucial elements. That's what democracy is about. It's a messy system, but it's the best because it allows the smallest of individuals to have the same kind of impact that a massive corporation can have. It's about pulling together. I think women have come so far, but we have a long way to go. We know that we don't make as much money. That was a good thing about being in the military, because I got paid the same amount as a guy who had my same rank and my same amount of time in service. Do I think that there are some absolutely brilliant women who are doing fantastic things? I do. I think we don't tell our own story well enough. I think we don't share with each other the struggles and the triumphs that we have. But I think women have to be able to say in their own mind, in their own heart, I can do this. Because when we believe we can do something, we do it.